Hey, what's up, YouTube? This EXO coming at you here with another video. Gonna be taking some stuff out of the center console today and kind of trying to diagnose what went wrong that day, just to put a definitive, pinpoint on everything. Because this thing really did me well for the amount of time that, I did play the mids and highs just for fun. It sounded amazing, and I love having the ability to change my crossovers on the fly. And I'm not sure if the new Rockford Fosgate 360s do that same thing with your cell phone, like if you can just flip it through on your Android device. I'm not sure if that's what they do nowadays. I'll still have to check that out. Let's get this here screwdriver and take this guy out and see if we can diagnose the problem. We'll take it inside and see what's going on. I'm either gonna have to do splitters here or just maybe get a new head unit, but I was actually thinking that this can actually do me well inside my house. I'll go ahead and swap out the other power supply. I've explained that a couple times, but just one more time, this thing usually runs on household power, 120 volts AC. I might just go ahead and redo this whole console. I really did plan on doing that anyways, but because of the way time worked out, it was always so cold when I had this thing playing, I never really got motivated to really do it in the sub-zero temperatures. But it is just so much wires going on, I never really had a chance to tidy it up like I planned on doing it. I just slapped this together at Rick's house in literally like a day and a half. Look at all this freaking craziness. I wanted to make it final, but I never got around to it, guys. But let's just go ahead and unplug these RCAs. A lot of the bulk, believe it or not, is because of the adapters I had to use. The inverter that was abutting all of this, so I had to make sure that the RCAs weren't gonna go out so far. Had to put an elbow on there. I know I'm just kind of ranting on here, but this is car audio, man. This is what you gotta do. You gotta diagnose and figure it out, and I got all sorts of splitters just coming out left and right here. I'll be able to reroute everything in a new way. I'm gonna rewire everything. I'm taking out this little voltage converter that was for my USBs, but I didn't even freaking use it. That's what I gotta do. You gotta do what you gotta do. I'm gonna leave the backup camera and that shit there, and all the switches, which are good, but some of them actually did come loose, so I had to tighten those up while Andy was here. There we go, there's some more RCAs just coming right out. And I'm also gonna try something new with my RCAs. I have these old ones from Stinger. These are actually the original ones right here from Rick. Good old Frankenstein had those originally, and I haven't even changed them. As you can see, I have some fans on this thing to keep it cool because these things are known to get hot. I actually still do have a thermometer mounted on the inside of this Behringer. All right, now we just gotta undo the power terminals, just like a regular amplifier. So there's one fan disconnected. Let me go ahead and disconnect the other ones. I have 3 fans on here. Push this out, now it should come out. Yeah. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. There she comes. I might have to take that fan off to get that one out. Nope, she's coming. Here we go. So there's that unit right there. There she is. I'm definitely not going to use this anymore in here. This is kind of the central point for a lot of that focused energy. You see a lot of it being absorbed as movement and flex. We're going to try to minimalize that as much as possible and redirect that energy straight up into the microphone or the sensor, whatever you want to call it. Oh, someone's jamming bass. Someone's bassing. Didn't even look over. All right, so we brought the unit up here inside. We're gonna go ahead and firstly take these little fans off. These things are such little cute guys. And believe it or not, it was actually a pain in the butt to drill out these holes. Oh, look at that, man. This one was completely backed off. This screw right here wasn't even tightened down. I wonder how many others are like that. So this should come off. All right, cool. This is the upgraded power supply, this whole unit right here. And if I turn it around, you can see where I did the paste job with some just regular PC paste. Hold on, turn it this way. See that right there? You can scrape some of it off right there. And these clips that I'm going to show you right here come off. Don't really give it that good of a contact. So I tried squeezing them, and when you put it on there, it really just doesn't do much. So we were having problems with her overheating right from the get-go, so that's why I added these fans. But right now what we're going to do is kind of just look around. The transformer looks good. These little transistors, which don't have a heatsink, are looking okay. And then these big boys, which are attached to the aluminum heatsink, also look okay. Well, you know what? Doesn't look like anything is too... Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That wasn't plugged in very well now, was it? There's also some loose activity going on in here. Let me show you that, YouTubulous. Something that we didn't notice right off the get-go. Check this out. This is definitely not good for all that flex. Let me move the light, see if you can see it any better. Damn it, I suck at this. Where's the camera? Alright, let me zoom in here and show you what I'm talking about. These wires right here are so wiggly. Look at that. That's not good. That's not good. So when this thing is literally moving, flexing in the console, that's an unreliable connection right there. That's no good. So we're gonna have to not use it inside Franky anymore. That's for damn sure. A little bit of pressure. There we go. Sweet. Let's get the old power supply, which is right over here. All right, here's the old power supply, the one that came with the Behringer. As you can see, it's much more beefy than what we were looking at before. Much more beefy. So hopefully this will power the Behringer a hell of a lot better than this was right here. So first mode right here, we're going to reinstall the power switch, which I removed because I had it on my own little toggle switch. So let's remove this tape. Alright, there's the first screw installed on the switch. So let's go ahead and get one more to keep her secure. Okay, so now we got the switch all taken care of. So let's get this grounded, which is going to be this little guy right here, and it's going to be just this whole case. They have a place which is marked clearly right there, and we're going to connect it to it. Alright, she's tightened down nice and secure there. So now let's go ahead and attach our block, our little power block here, which is just our 120 adapter. Now we just got to put in the old power supply. Let's go ahead and just chuck it right in here. Make sure that we don't bend the transistors too bad. There's that. And then our power. I think that everything's all connected correctly here. We got our 120 volts in, going to our switch, which is then going to our power supply, getting transformed into our 3 volts, 5 volts, all that stuff, which is getting sent over to our board, front panel, XLR. So right now everything should power on. Plug in our power source. Nothing. Something's not right. We're not getting any power here. In the world? Wiggle these wires here. See that? It wants to turn on, but something's not right. So we're gonna try to figure this out, huh? Something's not right. There we go, guys. Looks like it was a loose connection in there. Holy shit. That's probably what it was the whole time in there. All I did was take off this little plastic piece. Remember how wiggly it was inside there? Well, it looks like the main board just needed a more secure connection. It just fired right up after we obviously saw that it wasn't firing up when we first did it. A little bit of troubleshooting always does the trick. So this will be my new crossover for my house. Running on 120 volts AC right now. Let's go ahead and cinch up the chassis, get her ready for the rack. Hell yeah. So there she is, guys. Everything worked out pretty damn sweet. It just couldn't handle Franky, but in here it'll be just great. So it looks like we'll be running active on everything, separating the signal into our different amplifiers. We have 6 mono outputs here. So let's just do one more little test drive. Power's right up. I spilt a little something on the LCD screen there last winter. It saved all my routing information and everything like that. I'll be able to go through and select all the things that I've saved and all that. Pretty sweet. My cell phone S3, as you can see, is set up for that. And I set up for the good tweeter setup. There we go. But it's really great little setup. I like it a lot. Alright guys, this is EXO signing out. I'll talk to you in the next video. Hiya!